people, it is time. I didn't see shit because fuck WrestleMania, fuck this whole week. But actually, one thing happened cool. We'll get into that right now. But yes, the MCA Ringside. You still wearing the SpongeBob thing?
Yes. Drop the SpongeBob.
I would love to see fucking Patrick. Like, what are you doing? What's that?
I miss John Cena already. Bring him back.
Wait, after we just had the Undertaker fucking put his gear in the middle of the fucking ring, you're caring about John Cena and within a day?
I don't got no Undertaker merchandise.
Okay, well then admit to that shit. Okay,
well, you need to step your game up. You need to get that Undertaker.
You know, if you go to WWE Shop Zone right now, you can buy something the next 10 minutes and then you'll get an for free.
It's okay, because I'm going to get you a tag team match with an Undertaker t-shirt.
Oh!
What about Randy Orton?
Randy Orton and a match with a tag team match with everybody who shouldn't be on his fucking team because that storyline doesn't make no goddamn sense. Oh, you're a player?
Oh, I feel like you're about to do like an auction or something like that. That's gonna
like going once, going twice. Oh, fucking sold. Everyone thinks this shit's actually
once,
good.
Going twice, going 3 times, going perfect 10.
Fuck you. That was kind of good.
No, but Tye Dillinger is on SmackDown. I'm
excited. Tell me why.
Like you said, it's okay. Granted, I agree with you with certain points like that. Like maybe he's not like the best character, whatever. But it's kind of like what we said earlier. With Tye Dillinger is Daniel Bryan, and if they don't hop on this shit quick enough, they're gonna lose all this momentum. And even when he came on SmackDown, he was still getting the 10 chance. So do something with him now while he's still fucking hot. Like hopefully, no, he's still gonna be in NXT. But hopefully, maybe Tye Dillinger can go after whoever has the Intercontinental Champion. I think Dean Ambrose still has it, right? Because I know they had a championship match tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if Corbin won or not, so I don't know. But whoever has it, and maybe boost him up to like a title picture, and maybe by around next Mania, he could be like in the main title picture or something like that. Maybe that might be too fast of a push. What?
No, because hold on, wait, he's still gonna be on NXT?
Wait, who?
Yeah, because when you just said they're like, well, yeah, he's gonna be on NXT now. Still, like, he's gonna do
No. I'm talking about Tye Dillinger on SmackDown.
Okay, damn. You actually said NXT because I was like, wait, hold on. If he's gonna be on both, that's too much down my fucking throat. Like, I only take about 5 inches, not 10 inches. All right, get it?
No, he's only gonna be on SmackDown and stuff like that. I guess they brought him up to the main roster now, and I'm just hoping that they not probably now because they probably want to build him a little bit more, but just use that momentum, put him into the Intercontinental Championship picture, and probably by like give it probably like 3 months before he actually has like a title belt or something like that. Maybe even 4, or maybe hell, if his momentum lasts enough, which I don't know if you can stretch it out that long. But like, what is the next big one? Because I don't know if it's SummerSlam or Survivor Series. Is it SummerSlam? Is that the next big one?
Big one, yeah.
Yeah, so SummerSlam, and that's in August. So if his heat can last that long, but that might be too late. I don't know. But SummerSlam just seems like a really good spot. Make him have that Intercontinental Championship belt. Make him hold it for a while, probably up into like WrestleMania or something like that. And that'd be really fucking good because like he'd get a fucking huge ass pop. Fucking a SummerSlam, he beat somebody for the Intercontinental Champion. Fuck, have a rivalry between Tye Dillinger and Baron Corbin. Like that would be fucking hype. But just do something with him, please.
It would be cool. But Trey, actually, I'm gonna ask you because you love Tye Dillinger. And by the way, too, like I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there right now. I didn't watch like all of SmackDown. Like I just watched a few clips right now. I actually pulled like a Hovig or Trey when you guys are too busy. And me, I wasn't even busy. I was just sleeping because I'm sick of fucking SmackDown. And I know that's bad, etc. But you, Trey, you watching the entire show. What did you think of Tye Dillinger's debut on SmackDown, and what do you want to? I mean, if you were booking him, what would you do with him?
I'm actually really happy to see Tye Dillinger on SmackDown. Thank to heaven, because regardless of how I felt about how SmackDown did at WrestleMania, I feel like SmackDown still is the place for opportunity. So I think Tye Dillinger's debut tonight made sense in bringing him in because it's weird because he had his final. You know when NXT stars are going to their main roster and they have his final goodbye for him. He had that like 3 or 4 months ago, and he just stayed at NXT, and that was weird.
Well, 3 or 4 months ago, if you think about this, that literally lands right like on Royal Rumble. And I think when they put him on the Royal Rumble, they were thinking like, hey, maybe you can stay, but they realized that maybe he wasn't so great in that Royal Rumble, and they're like, yeah, you need some more training. We're trying to throw your ass in the main roster because you're so popular, but this Royal Rumble proved to us you're kind of boring. So get your ass back, you know?
Yeah, and I don't think he's done it in NXT either, because they've done this before where they brought in a star on the main roster, and then they were still in NXT for a while. The biggest example being Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch, because they were still doing stuff in NXT. So I feel like he's still going to have like some final storyline to officially nix him from NXT. But on the main roster wise, after he's done doing his NXT stuff, I would actually like to see him go against people like Baron Corbin, because he has unfinished business with him from NXT, and hopefully Baron Corbin wins the championship, so it'll be some championship opportunities for him. Because like I said on Sunday, I believe, Saturday, I said it Saturday, I'm tired of Tye Dillinger being that guy that loses. Like, yeah, he won tonight, that's fine, but he can never win the big one. So hopefully the main roster will kind of change that.
Yeah, and I mean, I know he hasn't won the big one, and, you know, it's like, he's kind of new, so it's like, you gotta give him some time to win the big one, but I don't want some Chris Jerichoism shit where it's like, all of a sudden he wins the super big one, and then that's all he has for the rest of his career. Because, like, even Chris Jericho, like, granted, he's amazing, and we love the guy so much, and everyone cheers him on, but it's like, he's so complacent with that the only thing he has as far as, like, history goes, or, like, title reigns, is, hey, I beat Stone Cold The Rock the same night, and that's it. That's, like, literally all he's known for. Even that main event match he had with Triple H right after that, no one even talks about that match. No one brings that match up. You know, like, people even forget that he main evented WrestleMania. So I just don't want the same thing to happen to Tye Dillinger, because I do think he's pretty talented. I just think he's a little bit boring. And until he has, like, a definitive, like, you know, character or a definitive, like, you know, promo, I don't think he's ever going to get over, at least for guys like me. Then again, you got people chanting 10, 10, 10. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just full of shit. And I like how Everett Hendricks comes in here, too, and he says, oh, yeah, wrestling, fuck yeah. Because that's Trey's actually way of saying wrestling. You got that southern in you, dude.
I'm from the South, man. I can't help it.
Yeah. Like, I remember Alan just called him out recently. He was like, why do you say, like, wrestling, dude? And it's like, it's funny because that's how Vince used to make fun of WCW, like, all that wrestling bullshit. So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, next up, too, and like I said, I didn't watch the show. Tag team-wise, anything happened tonight, Anthony, Trey? Anything interesting with the tag team?
Not that I can remember.
No tag division.
Yeah, I don't even think they did anything, which is like makes it really fucking sad, because it just goes to show you that on the main shows, the tag team divisions are fucking lacking. Granted, on Raw, they did do something with it. At least you got like a Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy match with the Hardy Boys versus the Club, but on SmackDown, they don't even acknowledge that it even exists sometimes, and it's just like, what the fuck? So I don't know.
Yeah. I even found out on Twitter that the Usos were actually trying to do a what's that thing called when they were trying to rally people together just so they can get a WrestleMania spot, like just so the tag division on SmackDown could be able to show off that what they can do. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, and they got put on the Andre Battle Royale. So it's just such a shame, man, that the SmackDown roster tag team division just get treated the way they do.
Yeah, now one thing I want to bring up too, because this is where we're just gonna get kind of heated a little bit. I'm so fucking sick of Bray Wyatt, dude, and I'm so sick of Randy Orton. Bringing Eric Rowan in is making this a little bit more interesting, because this is something that they should have been doing for the fucking very get-go. And I know they couldn't because he was injured. I get it. You know, there's a lot of backstage reasons as to why. But it's like, if you can only half-ass, and that's your max ability, because you don't have all the guys that should be involved in the storyline, then don't do it, because you're half-assing. Now we're actually getting what the storyline should have been. But I'm already sick of it.
Now, the only thing about it that kind of annoys me, and like solutions, I don't know how you would fix it, because 3-on-1, that would be kind of bad. But I would just really like it if, like, Luke Harper apparently is siding with Randy Orton. I would like it if he said fuck the Wyatt family and fuck Randy Orton. Like, he was just completely on his own. Randy Orton was on his own, and you had Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. And that kind of, like, changed up the whole landscape of, like, you got all these guys going for the main title. Nobody can trust anybody type of thing. But it just, I guess they did that just so they can have that tag match tonight. So Randy
should have used it as an apology, like, hey, bring Taylor on this show, and then don't insult him and have him go like, yo, tag team match player. They should have did that, but they didn't.
It, like, forced him to, but you could also build to the storytelling too. Like, yeah, Luke Harper needs Randy Orton's help just to take down, the Wyatt family or whatever. But he like, yeah, I still don't trust you, motherfucker. So I just really would have liked that to be developed a little bit more, but they still could do it. So I'm just gonna wait and just hold my judgment on that. So
Yeah, and I understand you holding that judgment. Trey, are you getting okay? Like, I know me and you fight on this. God, we've been fighting on this since October of last year. um, the war never changes. No, but I just wondering, like, I mean, are you sick at this point of the storyline? Like tonight, are you kind of like, fuck? I thought the WrestleMania thing was over. What the fuck?
Yeah, tonight was really stupid.
Yes, you finally got to my side, man.
Yeah, you was right, Nick, on this tonight. Because here's where I had a problem. Eric Rowan came back, which was a good thing. I'm like, yes, he's finally back from injury. Him and Bray Wyatt, to the Wyatt family again. Awesome.
Oh my God.
So then they did have this tag match, right? And the tag match was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. But at the very end, before the match ends, Bray Wyatt pulls some supernatural bullshit, ends up teleporting somehow to the fucking ring ramp, and leave Eric Rowan on his own to get beaten. I'm just like, so you're betraying Eric Rowan too as well? Like,
yeah, or using your magical powers to pussy
stupid.
out?
Like, okay, like, come on, man. Even when The Undertaker was doing a supernatural thing, it was paced out. Like, it wasn't like a constant thing all the freaking time. Like, they're really doing this Bray Wyatt thing, like, over and over again to the point where it's losing its luster on me now. Like, I really don't care. Like, it was pretty pointless for him to just leave Eric Rowan by himself, who was his only last person from the Wyatt family he had left. So it just kind of ruined that for me, man. I did not like it tonight.
That's the funny thing about it is like they seem like you said, they're trying to make people like him and Sanity and all that shit like the next Undertaker. When I don't want another Undertaker. Like have that shit go. When he leaves, Undertaker was like the representation of that old school mentality wrestling and old school gimmicks that would do that type of shit. And they're trying to do that type of gimmicks and stuff like that in the modern age, and it just doesn't work. Like I actually wanted Bray Wyatt to be like an updated version of that, where it's just like no supernatural, but he's just kind of like a cult leader, kind of like not more so like supernatural and ghosts and shit like that, but more so in the line of like the big thing I can think of is Chainsaw Massacre, or like how that family was like cannibals and shit like that. Like had nothing to do with ghosts or nothing with supernatural. They were just crazed individuals that had charisma and that put you under their control because they were so like they had so much charisma and stuff like that. That's why I just wanted like the whole teleporting shit and the whole maggots at WrestleMania. Yeah. It's kind of killing his character. It's like I just want him to be this crazed cult leader that has nothing supernatural but just has charisma and that can put you under his control by saying a certain few words or something like that. So
the biggest thing too that really frustrates me is they're trying to superhero him all out.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember back in the day when the Undertaker? I mean, you don't remember this, but I'm sure you went back and watched old clips, when you started getting really into wrestling. But Undertaker back in the day was fucking legitimately scary. Like I remember when I didn't like wrestling, because I only liked wrestling when I was like 8 or 9, back in the Attitude Era. But I remember being 4 years old and watching a pay-per-view clip on the like movie trailer channel or whatever, and literally like it was just him hovering over a coffin, like, Jake Roberts, I'm gonna take you out. And it was like really just subtle. And then you go to the Attitude Era, and we always talk about how great the Attitude Era, but then you got Undertaker throwing lightning bolts, and the ring's shaking, and then the lights are coming off, and then he sits up. It's just a little superhero-ish. And then you got something like this. And I mean, they did it with Kane, too. I don't remember that.
Possessing fucking Josh Matthews on one SmackDown and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, it just
it's
like
comedic, and then you get something like this too, like Eric Rowan. The thing is, I used to like his mask because like the goat mask was like almost silly, but it's like okay, it's kind of creepy though. Like this is a grown-ass man wearing a goat mask. Now you like put so much other generic creepiness on the mask. Like it's dirty now, has mold, it has the little gas mask thing, which I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know why that's around his neck there. But it's like hat on a hat on a hat on a hat. It's like, dude, we get it. Like, you're really hammering in this fucking gimmick. Like, no, guys, it's evil. No, wait, guys, no, but wait, it's evil. No, but wait. And it's just like, what the fuck, man?
No, let it, like, that's the thing about it, is like they missing the point. Like, his thing wasn't supposed to be about evil. It was supposed to be about creepy, or it's just about like this guy is fucking just kind of strange. This subtlety was off-putting. It's just like, this dude has a secret and he knows something that's just kind of fucking weird. He's just strange. Like, I wish they bring back the whole thing where he sometimes, like, granted, that's the whole fucked up part about, like, the Wyatt family not being the Wyatt family anymore, because Bray Wyatt can't be just, like, this ominous figure that just sits right in a rocking chair watching, like, his disciples destroy minions destroy other wrestlers and shit like that. Like, I like that shit. It's part of his cult leader type gimmick. and now you kind of lose that. Now it's just like they're really missing the point of his character. So,
yeah, and the biggest thing too about those subtleties as well is I remember they used to do this thing where it's like, obey. Like, Eric Rowan would keep, like, walking up against the wall, like, obey.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I get it. Like, honestly, I don't need a whole big storyline. Like, the Sister Abigail thing, I don't need someone to be Sister Abigail. I don't need that to be a tangible thing where someone has to burn something down. Or it's like it's just like when horror movies, like, I hate finding out how to kill Freddy. I hate finding out how to kill Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
It's scary when it's like, holy fuck, he won't die. What gets this guy to tick? What the fuck is going on? And this is like, I know too much. I know that, he doesn't obey anymore. He can easily, he's a human being behind that mask. Luke Harper is just, he's like an angry son that's like, fuck you, dad.
And that whole thing gave it like this whole supernatural, tangible like thing when they burned down the whole compound thing. Granted, I will agree with Trey. Like it did have some cool points and stuff like that. But I liked it the whole Sister Abigail when it was just kind of like this myth or tale that surrounded his character and stuff like that. Like that whole promo that he delivered that, oh yeah, when she touched you, that you feel chills, but she would have, like when she kissed you, she would burn the whole world down to the ground. And it was kind of like his reasoning for being this cult leader now because he had lost his sister. And I was just like, it was creepy, not supernatural, creepy, but grounded. It still felt based in reality. Like this, like I said, like Bray Wyatt at a time felt like he could be just like any fucking crazed individual that lived out somewhere in the boonies of fucking like Texas or something. And you just didn't want to cross this motherfucker because he might chop you up into little pieces. So it was kind of like that type of shit. So yeah, and it's a shame.
Go ahead, Trent.
I was gonna say it all started because when he had that WrestleMania match with the Undertaker, where even though he lost, he was still calling himself the new face of fear. And because of that, like, that's what made him start doing all that supernatural stuff. But I'm with you, Anthony. They should have never done that. Like, even back in NXT, there was really no supernatural things with it. And even when he first came in the main roster, still really no supernatural things. And I think they're just really going too far with it now. I liked it in the beginning, but tonight, man, it's like, nah, y'all doing it way too much. I need to chill out with that.
The biggest creepy thing for me about the show, though, wasn't even Bray Wyatt. It was the fact that somebody that we know personally, Anthony, you know what I'm about to say, right?
No.
No, not. Of course you don't, because you don't know anything about this joke. No, O'Keefe, he's actually playing, Nakamura to the fucking ring. I mean, it's so great. O'Keefe, Cam, dude. Double toasted legend.
Mr. Layover Flight himself.
Yeah. No,
wow.
I'm glad he took time off his busy schedule doing the podcast and whatnot to actually be part of wrestling. No, but Nakamura is back. Well, not back. I mean, he was fucking losing like for a few days ago. But he's on SmackDown. He debuted. That's going to be the biggest chunk of our show tonight because, dude, I'm telling you, I'm so mad at how they handled this. And I did not watch this live. I only watched the clip and didn't see. I actually read about what he did in the ring. So, Trey, walk us through it. Try to sell me that this was actually good because we were kind of getting into it before the show. So, tell me how this was actually okay.
Okay. Well, in the very beginning of it, Miz and Maurice came out dressed up as John Cena and Nikki Bella. They were making fun of the fact that they were gone and they're going to be gone for a while in Hollywood and the whole marriage thing. Pretty much proving that they're right.
Yeah, for the last 2 months that we've been seeing constantly.
What'd you say?
No, like pretty much the stuff that we've been seeing for the last 2 months over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, 2 weeks because they started doing Telebelly bullshit like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, they did that, and then they're about to leave after they're saying, "Yep, they're never coming back. They're staying in Hollywood." And then that's when Lee England Jr., who did his performance in NXT, I think it was at NXT Brooklyn or a while back, came out and played the violin, and then Shinsuke Nakamura came out, and then the fans were into it, singing his theme song and everything. And then he came in the ring and he stared down Miz and Maurice, pretty much hinting that Miz and Shinsuke might be having this feud here pretty soon. And then he just did a signature yow and stuff like that. And then that's pretty much how it ended with holy shit.
Yeah. Now, we talk about debuts. And I'm actually going to go through, this will be a very nostalgic type of, part of the show here. Debuts. What's some of your favorite debuts, Anthony? Name a couple.
God
or even returns, even big returns. For me, Brock Lesnar's return to Raw was granted, most of it was pretty much just like this, where he's walking around the ring, nothing's happening. But at the end, you need a climax. You need something to happen at the end. Debuts like fucking Wow, I'm drawing a blank. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I'm blanking. The only one, like, and we always bring this up, but the return with Triple H, I think 2003, right? Was it 2003? Yeah, 2003, and
Or 2002
that's kind of
actually, yeah.
2002, yeah, when Triple H, and he actually says that he was like that was one of his favorite moments when he came back to the ring because people was just really, really just hyped to see him because he was like injured for a while and stuff like that, and
And
like,
it still ended with Kurt Angle fighting with him.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, which is kind of crazy. So, I really, really dig that return. But debuts, I really can't think of nothing like returns.
I mean, Jimmy the Usos had a great debut.
Oh, AJ Styles, his debut at the Royal Rumble is pretty fucking hype. Like just him coming out, just a TNA superstar, like a huge superstar. AJ Styles was like the face of TNA for a long ass time, like the face. Like I only know that because CM Pulse, shout out to CM Pulse, but he was a big AJ Styles fan. And the only reason why I knew about TNA because AJ Styles was so popular and he was the face of that goddamn company. And just to see that whole thing, just to see him actually get a pop too from the WWE fan base when he came out and just people saying, oh shit, it's AJ Styles and that music, that was a big fucking debut and it was a big deal. So yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like even Tensai had a better one. Even Brodus Clay had a better one. I mean, and that was like a joke, you know?
Yeah, true.
Because it all had an ending. They all did something. And then this, he comes in the ring and he yells. And I'm just like, I've never seen such a bad debut. Like, I mean, like...
I'm not going to compare it. I'm not going to compare Kurt Angle and Shinsuke Nakamura, but, like, in terms of this. But Kurt Angle, like, debut... I'm not debut, but when he came back from injury and everything, like, it was pretty lackluster when he did that back then because pretty much it was just him getting in the ring with Brock Lesnar and everything and him saying that, hey, I respect you. Thanks for calling me when I was gone and all this stuff. This guy's a true man. They shook hands, and that was it. Like, it was pretty lackluster, but I still loved it. I mean, it's the novelty of the thing, I guess, to me. Like, that's why I just thought it was all right. Like, I'm not saying it was, like, the hypest thing in the world. I wasn't like, oh, my gosh, he's get out of the it wasn't like that. It was just kind of like, okay, he's making himself be known that he's back. Kind of like when Kurt Angle did it back then. Like, he was just saying, hey, I'm back. Like, I'm here, you know?
Yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I know that, and I know you weren't like that. I mean, granted, I thought you were going to argue with me more, but you're not, so, like, whatever. But, like, the thing is, like, on top of it, too, though, is you should be like that. It's not fucking Mura. Like,
but the thing is, like, Nick, it's a big difference between now and then because think about it. Think about all the debuts we just brought up. We really never seen them on TV, like, period. Now you got the whole NXT thing.
And Ryback. And Cesaro.
Wait, did you see him on, like, was they on NXT too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. NXT was still around. It was just like it's like it's a different like landscape now with this whole NXT. Like, granted, they probably would get like a huge, like, granted, if you had Nakamura come straight from New Japan Pro onto SmackDown, he would have got a way bigger pop because he's just like, oh shit, what the fuck? We didn't even see this happening. But now, like I said, our wrestling knowledge and just the wrestling fans being who we are, we kind of fuck ourselves over when these type of moments happen because we already know that he's going to come to SmackDown because we read the dirt sheets, we try to analyze it, we try to break it down. So granted, like it's just like, why would you do all this much for your debut when it's just like, yeah, we know this anyway.
But
plus, he doesn't speak English.
No, true, but like, that's why I would have, like, dude, you got a heel Miz who is a chicken shit motherfucker. This would have been the one thing I would have been cool with, just the typical, like, Miz going like, hey, screw you, and he throws a punch, and then he runs out of the ring. Nakamura's like, da and doesn't do anything. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, granted, he won't do anything, but at least Miz, like, did Miz shit. You know what I mean? Like, something. But it's like, they didn't even do that. It was just like, dude, like, Miz wouldn't just sit there. Miz, you know, he'd be like, dude, you interrupted me, I'm the Miz. Like, he didn't even do the Miz stuff. Nakamura, he should have been like, you know, he doesn't have to say anything. And I always say this too, like, the best guys in wrestling usually don't say a whole lot. Like, I mean, granted, Mick Foley, Stone Cold's a different case, and The Rock's a different case. But, like, Undertaker, he's horrible on the mic. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, he is absolutely terrible. He's always been terrible, and I don't think anyone can defend him in that sense. But it's not Undertaker's mouth that makes him great. He's this badass motherfucker. You know, when you go in the ring, it's like, holy shit, here comes the Undertaker. Same with Kane. Even Triple H was bad in the beginning, you know, but it's just he's badass. So I don't understand how they can't just have Nakamura come in there and just like kick somebody in the fucking head, you know, do a Pele kick or you know, at least chase him out of the ring or something, you know. It just annoys me.
And I see why you didn't like it, Nick. Like you want to see the typical like what they do when people do make a debut or when they do get call ups where they attack somebody and everything. Kind of like when the Four Horsewomen, excluding Bailey, first came. When they were doing the whole Divas Revolution thing, where they did all their signature moves in the ring against the current women's roster that was going on in the main roster of WWE. I forgot who was in it. I think it was the Bella Twins and somebody else. Like, you want to see that kind of thing where they actually kind of attack and show themselves. But yeah, it was just some where Shinsuke Nakamura trying to make his presence known. And I guess the only reason why I wasn't that way, where I was like, woo, is because Anthony's been saying how Ruthless is this thing. He's on making appearance on SmackDown the whole time. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, Ruthless was right. Okay. So that was about it.
Yeah, and I'm just, I mean, I'm sick of the whole hype train for Nakamura. I mean, hey, that entrance is one of the best entrances in wrestling. But I feel like a lot of people had that. I mean, I like the Boogeyman because of his entrance, too. You know, I mean, he's just an entrance and that's it. Same with Sandman. I love the Sandman because of his entrance. You know, and these guys aren't that great. You know, but I don't know, like, as far as what I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura should do, I know apparently he's going to have to go against Miz, so that's just what we're going to have to deal with. But after that, do you guys feel like he's going to get a very early title shot at either Bray Wyatt or Randy Orton?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I think they're going to build Shinsuke on the main roster first. Let him go through, like, if he does cover the Intercontinental title, go for that, or even just kind of build himself in other feuds not having to do with the title, just to get his feet wet on the main roster first. I mean, yeah, this isn't NXT where, you know, he can go straight for the championship. I feel like they got to build that and show it to an audience because we still had that WrestleMania crowd out there, you know. But how is he going to do to the casual fan? For instance, me, I know him from New Japan Pro Wrestling and everything. So, of course, I'm not a casual fan. I watch other wrestling promotions. So, I know Shinsuke Nakamura. But how's he going to do for the casuals? So, I feel like that's what they got to do in these upcoming weeks.
The one thing I would do, and I'll let you go next, Anthony, but the one thing, cause, and this is like a little mini beat the booker, because I want to know what you're going to do too, Anthony. But for me, what I would personally do is I would have Nakamura go to Raw on the Superstar Shakeup next week. Like, I would have it where Nakamura, in his first night of SmackDown, is already drafted to Raw. And then when he's drafted to Raw, have Miz next week on SmackDown be like, yeah, that's right, you're on Raw, bitch, because I would have knocked you the fuck out, you know, and just talk shit because he knows Nakamura's not going to be there. And then, boom, when we get to Backlash, or what is it called? Extreme Rules, Payback, I think it's called Payback, next pay-per-view, they'll have an inter-promotional match, Nakamura versus Miz, Raw versus SmackDown. And then, you know, instead of having Shinsuke Nakamura already beat somebody from Raw and then already start a storyline there, give him a month to breathe a little bit, have him beat somebody from SmackDown, and then, you know, I don't know, it'll be a reason for Miz to hate Raw, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's something that I think would be pretty cool. Or,
no, it's just okay, and y'all probably agree with me. It's really weird for like, okay, did Ricky Steamboat ever have like a main big title, like a heavyweight or a big title?
Huh.
Did he?
No.
Didn't he always have United States and Intercontinental titles like that? Okay, that's what scares me. It's just like when it comes to Asian American competitors, you never see them become big main eventers or big carders. Shinsuke could be different because he has the charisma and stuff like that. He's a big star from New Japan Pro, and maybe that name alone could probably carry him up there, but we really don't know because look at Yoshitatsu. His fucking career went nowhere. And it all went back to them not being able to speak English. And I think that could be like a big hurdle for him where that could stop him from moving up to the main card and stuff like that. Like he might be just like, I see Tye Dillinger moving more up to like the heavyweight picture and main title picture more so than Shinsuke Nakamura. And I actually like Shinsuke Nakamura more than Tye Dillinger, but it's just like, he has a little bit more charisma than Tye Dillinger, but it's just like that English, that language barrier. I mean, look what happened to Sin Cara. That shit, like, we might not want to admit how much that language barrier can have a point, but they literally had to fucking replace Sin Cara with somebody else in order to even get him a little bit further, and he still was a mid-carder.
But the thing is, too, is you give guys like Goldberg, who are just terrible in general. Like, I mean, okay, I know you're gonna laugh. I know you're probably laughing inside, like, yeah, Goldberg, he fucking sucks. No, but like in WCW, you couldn't fucking say anything, dude. He was absolutely terrible. But the thing is like sometimes you just be a fucking badass. And honestly, dude, like Nakamura, cause fuck his first name, cause I fucked it up. He's a badass though. He's a bad motherfucker, man. And he's not somebody like you'll mention, you know, Sin Cara, but like, dude, when you see Sin Cara, you do not see main event player. I mean, he's wearing a Lucha Libre mask. Like, the motherfucker, he ain't gonna go nowhere, man. I mean, don't you feel like that with the Lucha guys?
I don't know, like, because we say that, and then I guess, okay, it's mixed because we say that, but look what happened to Rey Mysterio. But even when it happened to Rey Mysterio, we were still kind of like, huh.
Eddie Guerrero's
So,
death was the best thing that ever happened to Rey Mysterio's career,
true,
man.
true. Like, that was the only reason why that happened.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's kind of sucks, but I kind of see what you mean. But at the same time, those language barriers, I still feel like get in the way of that. Like, if they didn't have that language barrier, maybe Sin Cara maybe would have had an opportunity. But then again, going against that, it's just like you look at guys like Kofi Kingston that put his ass on the line, does all these storylines, and he literally goes nowhere. So it's just like, you don't know. You really don't know what these sort of things. Like, what I would do with Shinsuke is I would put him up to the, like, do this little thing with the Miz for a while. I don't know how long you would carry it out. Maybe go for the, maybe Tye Dillinger versus Nakamura at one point for the Intercontinental Champion, or like a three-way, Nakamura, Tye Dillinger, and Corbin, since all those guys are like NXT guys, are big main talent. Maybe have like a triple threat at SummerSlam or something like that, or maybe have like rivalries like going back and forth, like maybe Tye Dillinger attacks Shinsuke backstage, Corbin attacks Nakamura backstage. Just get like this big thing involved in the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe even throw Dean Ambrose in there, because like all these motherfuckers from NXT trying to come on his yard. He like, oh, whoa, back the fuck up, back the fuck up. So yeah, you can have it like kind of like a territory thing, kind of bringing up what you had said about the whole NXT versus main roster type of thing.
Yeah.
But
and I'm looking at the chat over here too. Edward, is pretty much, he's a, dude, that's a badass violin riff though. And then he's like, after hearing the badass music for the first time and the fans losing their shit, it was disappointing that nothing happened. Yeah, and that's the thing, like that build up, dude. Like when Shinsuke comes out and that music hits, it's almost like the Stone Cold thing, where it's like pss, dun 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 dun, and it feels like when Stone Cold does something, it matches that build up. You never see like Stone come out and it's like dun 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 dun. Anyways, so some boring shit, and you're like, oh well, I was excited. That sucks. You never get that with Stone Cold. Same with Undertaker. You know what I mean? But with Nakamura, it's like, dude, when he comes up to the ring, that fucking riff, you're just like, dude, something beautiful is about to happen. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm just so hyped. I love that theme song. That's my favorite theme song right now in wrestling, is Nakamura's theme. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you feel about theme songs and people, like, entrances and how they have to match their entrance.
I'm with you. I'm exactly with you. Like, sometimes the entrance can be a little bit too good. Look what happened to Fandango. Where he, like you said, it was just only his entrance, and after his entrance had over, it was the whole Fandango thing, and after that shit had died down, you literally just had nothing. So it's just like, I hope the same thing doesn't happen with Shinsuke or Tye Dillinger's, because like the whole 10 thing is because of his entrance and the whole gimmick. But like, I don't know, can you make that? I guess that's what you're saying about Tye Dillinger, is he's kind of boring, because can you really make that whole perfect 10 thing a gimmick? And if you're creative enough and the writers are creative enough, maybe you can. But it's kind of like you're gambling. You're really gambling. So it's kind of like the same thing with Shinsuke Nakamura. Granted, he could still carry that charisma once the entrance is over into the ring. But like you said, it's kind of hard to see it when you say the casual, like Trey says, the casual fans, or like you, Nick, who's actually a hardcore fan, and you still just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get what Nakamura's offering. Granted, we say he got charisma, but you like, I don't see it. So I don't know.
It's funny. You got Eddie triggered by the way too, because he's like, fuck Fandango.
And the thing is like with Tye Dillinger even took a risk doing this gimmick, because when him and Jason Jordan broke up as a tag team in NXT, like he had to figure something out, and that Perfect 10 thing just seemed to have worked out for him because of the fans in NXT, and even when he came to the Warrior Rumble, and even now on SmackDown. But as you said, as I always tell people, there's a difference between how Triple H runs things and there's a difference between how Vince McMahon runs things. Triple H knows what he has in NXT, but Vince McMahon knows what he has on the main roster. So he has to do everything he can to kind of push those things that Tye Dillinger, Shinsuke Nakamura, to those casual fans, because he knows he got fans like the kids and just like, the hardcore fans, like they're gonna be there. Most likely they're gonna be in NXT, but how they gonna do with the ordinary soccer mom and the ordinary kid? Are they gonna get attracted to Shinsuke Nakamura or Tye Dillinger? So they're gonna have to do their best, or not. They're just gonna get a change. So.
Yeah, and this is the main thing I want to, like after this we're getting to our ratings, but the main thing I want to talk about is, man, they actually went with a rematch clause match. They actually did it. And, dude, with Naomi and Alexa Bliss, man, that was, like, you always talk about how botchy Naomi is sometimes. This, just watching the highlights, dude, this was a pretty good fucking match. I mean,
somewhat.
What do you
Like,
think, Trey? Really quick? Or did you watch the whole match too, Anthony, or no?
Bits and pieces and stuff like that. And like, granted, this was the match I paid more attention to because I wanted to see what Trey has said. Like, we got to see Naomi in one-on-one competition, to actually see if she can actually really deserve that belt. And she's still like, I really want Naomi to succeed. Like, don't get me wrong. I think we all collectively in this call want Naomi to succeed. But as a wrestler, she's still got to get some kinks out. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's her or Bliss. Maybe they just don't have chemistry together. Maybe I'm just not seeing something. But it's just like every time Naomi gets in the ring, I'm just like, something. Like, granted, this match was better paced than the other one. Like, the other one she had did with Alexa Bliss, that was a fucking train wreck. Like, and it was still kind of like, you had some okay parts. This one was way better than that, but it still had a little bit of hiccups and stuff like that.
Maybe
so
you should release a patch or something, because I'm looking over here and she's hovering off the ground, so that's interesting. I paused it at the perfect spot. I just want to make a joke because that shit looks like some 2K17 shit.
I know it does.
It's like, oh, fucking game. Damn it.
The ring.
Because I will say this, that ending to the match was really satisfying. Like, it went from like a sunset flip into like a submission, and just that look on Naomi's face, like, you better tap out, bitch. You better tap. Yeah, that's right. Tap out. I'm the fucking champion. Yeah, like, that was actually kind of cool. But I don't know. Like, it's gonna probably take time for her to grow on me. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I still see Naomi as the Funkadactyl, and I'm just like, I can't take you seriously. So it's just like, maybe that's what I'm doing. So I don't know.
But just like her ring gear, like I'm not one to ever give a shit about someone's looks, and outfit and everything. But like, dude, like that is different, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every time she's on the screen, I'm just like, wow, she's not just like some black girl. Like, dude, you know how wrestling is, man. They do that shit way too often, where it's just some black girl, and they do black girl shit. Yo, man, can't believe it.
She has personality. She has charisma. She has somewhat of a character, but it's just like I said, as her in-ring competitor, it's still a little wonky to me. It's just like she still doesn't. I don't like in the ring. Maybe I'm just not seeing her style in the ring. So like she has the whole like ass thing that she does when she like
reminds me of a female Mojo Rawley, because like every time she's wrestling, don't you feel like she feels like a hot taggish, like how Mr. Ass used to be back in the day, or Hardcore Holly or something? Like she's so strong, like or not strong, but like God, like Trey, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like every punch it has like weight behind it. Everything she does, like she's one of the best brawlers in the women's division, because every punch is like she stomps on the ring like brum, 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 and like every move is like fucking hard hitting, and it's just like, dude, like fuck yeah, that booty move she does when she like jumps in the air, and that looks fucking like it hurts, man.
No, it does look like it hurts. Like, granted, like when you think about it, like it being from a practical sense, it's like that's fucking stupid. But like it looks like it hurts, like just caking your face. I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So
caking your face.
Like, I don't know. Like, maybe she just has to, like, the more she wrestles with Bliss and the other divas, maybe she would start to like find her own way and style. Like, she suffers from the same thing that her like her boyfriends like suffer, not boyfriend, but like she dates one of the Usos, and the Usos kind of feel like that too. Like, they only do certain moves, and most of their cool raw in the ring is just that fucking super kick all the damn time, and it's just like, do something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I want to like Naomi, but it's just something that's just making me say, no, you're not ready yet.
No, Trey, what do you feel about her retaining the championship and just the match in general and the whole thing?
Well, I'm gonna be real with both of Alexa Bliss and Naomi, because here's the thing: Naomi's still a little green in the ring too, as well. I mean, not Naomi.
A little green.
Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is also very green in the ring as well. But the thing is, Naomi's been in the WWE way longer than Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss I wouldn't say leagues better than Naomi in the ring, but I will say she's a little better than her. And I feel like she shouldn't have lost the title yet to Naomi. I feel like she shouldn't have lost, but like I said, they're probably giving it back to Naomi just so she can continue what she was supposed to do before she got injured. The match tonight, man, it was kind of to me. It just showed me that, I'm still gotta keep my eye on this, because it's like Naomi just still has not shown me why she deserves to be the women's champion. Like, at this point, I'm kind of hoping something happens during the draft to shake up the women's division on SmackDown. The women's division is really good, so I'm not saying it should take it up 100%, but something that can take out Naomi really well. in my opinion, to kind of knock her off, because right now I feel like they're going to try to keep the title on her, and I don't feel like anybody storyline-wise can really take out Naomi at this point in time. Not because of the wrestling ability, but storyline-wise.
You know, and I have a few dream matches too. Like even Anthony brought up the other night when we were talking about her. Like he would love to see Naomi versus Ember Moon. I would love to see that shit too. But dude, imagine like how strong she is and how like she's just. I mean, she's in hot tag mode, always knocking motherfuckers down. Naomi versus Nia Jax would be the fucking shit, dude.
Nia Jax would kill her too.
Yeah.
No, cause that booty, man. Like I'm telling you, knock that bitch out. No, I would love to see Naomi do all that high flying, like, you know, her Booker T super kicks and shit. Like, fucking, she's awesome, man. Like, you know, they're both tall, you know, and every other girl is too small. Like, I hate when, like, small girls beat somebody like Nia Jax. Like, how the fuck do you have a slight chance, bitch? Like, really? It's Nia Jax. Like, Bailey being champion is some bullshit right now. Like, that fucking gets on my goddamn nerves. So, you know, but yeah, SmackDown doesn't have that same situation. But yeah, I guess we can get into her ratings. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I love these Divas matches. I'm sorry. I dig it. Anthony, what would you give SmackDown tonight, man?
From what I've seen, I would probably give it a solid 2 out of 5. It was, it's average. It's probably on par with Raw because nothing really just excited me. Granted, Raw did give me a little bit more excitement from the announcements. No, I'll take that back because like Tye Dillinger on SmackDown got me as hyped as when I seen the Revival on Raw. So like they both got me somewhat, but nothing really just kind of like stood out to me.
It's like
and
whoever made them debut, they didn't get why it's cool that they're debuting.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't get all the juice out of it, I guess. I don't know. It's just like, or maybe, like I said, maybe it's because of us. Maybe because we wrestling fans know so fucking much that it kind of ruined it. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what it is. But yeah, it was good. I don't know if I would say this was better, but I think it's on par with Raw. I like the debuts. I like what the show means for the future. Tye Dillinger, Nakamura, all those on wrestlers and stuff like that. That's actually really, really cool. I don't know if nothing else happened. I don't know. The wrestling itself seemed okay. Kind of mad. That Brian Corbin and Dean Ambrose match, the table spot was actually pretty cool. From what I saw, it actually seemed really good. Like them two are actually really getting good with each other, the chemistry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And from what I seen from the Bliss and Naomi match, that was the most match I paid attention to. That was actually not that bad too. And Naomi, retaining the championship. That was actually who retained the championship in the Intercontinental match. Like I really want to know. Like was it Corbin or was it?
I don't even think it was for the title.
It wasn't for the title. Like,
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
okay,
it wasn't.
Never mind.
Yeah,
They made it.
But it
Okay.
And
Corbin
worst
won.
thing is too, because that was Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin, right?
Yeah, Dean
Yeah.
Ambrose.
So why the
versus
fuck are they doing that again? WrestleMania was just fucking 2 days ago.
Yeah, I guess there's the rivalry. I guess to continue the rivalry, so I guess they got nothing else to do for him. Which I'm like, you know what? I didn't get tired of it yet. Granted, it is just like, why are you doing this again? But I'm not getting tired of it. Like I said, because every time they wrestle, it gets better and better and better, and the chemistry gets better and better and better. From what I've seen, this match was actually pretty good. All the other wrestling matches, I couldn't give a shit. Like I was just kind of like bored out of my mind. I was just like really didn't pay attention that much. So, yeah, like I said, 2 out of 5 is average.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go and give mine. I didn't watch the whole show, so I mean I'm just gonna rate what I saw, and I saw what I think were really big highlights, and for the most part, dude, this is kind of like pretty good. I would give the show a 3 out of 5 if I had watched it, because I just feel like, even though the Nakamura thing was stupid and whatnot, that match, what I saw from Alexa Bliss versus Naomi was fucking amazing. And everything else, like just like not like the matches, but just like the win-loss ratios, and like like this person beat that person, etc. I'm like, you know what? I agree with that. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I didn't really watch the show, so my opinion really doesn't matter. But one person's opinion that does matter is this beautiful young man right here. He watched the whole show because he did the job. He does his thing. God damn.
God damn.
Shit, motherfucker.
Shit, motherfucker.
No, but Trey, no, go ahead, man. Like, what do you think of the show, dude? And what would you rate?
I'm gonna do what I did yesterday, match-wise and the overall show. Match-wise, I'm giving SmackDown a 2 out of 5. It was the matches tonight were better than the Raw matches, especially Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose, and like the tag match was kind of but it had some alright stuff in it. The women's match is like, oh god, man, oh Naomi, do better, girl, do better. And Kurt Hawkins versus Tye Dillinger. It was just Tye Dillinger needing to, debut himself, which good job for him. Novelty wise, 3 out of 5. There is 3 out of 5. Everything that happened in the not matches tonight was I liked it, but I felt like it was kind of on par with Raw a little bit. I did like the Shane McMahon AJ Styles segment. We didn't talk about that on the show about how AJ Styles is wanting to say, hey, like I don't know what's going to happen in Shakeup, but I want to stay on SmackDown. And he even gave Shane McMahon a handshake, saying, hey man, me and you, we went to war and all this stuff, and they shook hands about it, and I actually thought that was great. And it was a respect thing. It was way different from what we've seen between AJ and Shane the last couple of weeks or whatever. So I actually do like the fact that they had a respect for each other after everything they went through.
Although like he flinched at him though, because he did this before he had left the ring, so it's just like, whoa, shit, like what the fuck y'all about to do? So it's like y'all still mad at each other. I don't know. And what? Go ahead.
It was a joke. It was just a joke. AJ was doing.
Okay, and AJ's just quick mention, then you can continue. AJ's eyes fucked up. That's all.
yeah, it is. Boy, you notice it. Not as bad as Sheamus's from last week, but yeah, it's fucked up.
True.
The Randy Orton Bray Wyatt thing at the very beginning of the show was kind of man, it was just pretty much upcoming. I mean, I kind of marked out that Eric Rowan came back because I've been wanting Eric Rowan back on the shows for a while, just so he can finally start proving himself as well. But as we saw tonight, Bray Wyatt was like, "Hey, fuck you! I'm going to teleport and leave your ass by yourself." Trying to think what else happened. Oh yeah, the Miz, and I like the Miz segment. I'm still loving the fact he made fun of Cena and Nikki, and like I said, they were pretty much right. I did love the Shinsuke debut. I thought, just showing his essence, his presence, saying, "Hey, I'm on SmackDown roster and I'm here to change things." I'm liking that, but we'll see how that goes with the casual fans. Mojo Rawley. I'm surprised he didn't really do anything except show off the trophy. I was like, you could have done more tonight, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
see, that's my guy right now, dude. I don't know why, but I've really taken a liking to Mojo Rawley. That dude's really fucking cool.
Yeah, he's all right.
Maybe they need to Corbin, you see where he is now after he won the whole Andre the Giant Battle Royal, so maybe Mojo versus Corbin.
Ooh, yeah, that would be the shit. Actually, I would love that.
I would actually
hire this man.
I would actually like to see how things will go when Zack Ryder comes back. Maybe we'll see a few between Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. I mean, the novelty of that probably doesn't interest you guys, but as a tag team with them dominating NXT and then them trying on the main roster, and now Mojo Rawley's making a big move, leaving Zack Ryder in the dust, I would love to see a few like that.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. Yeah, like that. They come back. They probably not win the tag team titles. They get really close, and then Zack Ryder gets mad. All you care about is that single titles run, and actually have Mojo Rawley have the Intercontinental Championship at that point. All you care about is that fucking belt, and they actually rivalry because of that. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential shit. I'm.
WWE is not. And WWE is not gonna do any of it.
No, honestly, I feel like they can do that one. I think they will. Because they did some pretty cool shit with JTG and Shad when they broke up. And I was kind of... No, remember that fucking rope match when they were whipping each other? Oh, shit, that's racist as fuck. I just realized that. Holy shit.
3 out of 5. SmackDown.
God damn, they got away with that shit.
Raw tonight, in terms of debut. It was SmackDown after Mania novelty kind of thing. So we're just going to have to see these next upcoming weeks how it's going to go. And next week is going to be the Superstar Shakeup, which, like I said last night, just say it's the goddamn draft. Shut the fuck up.
Let's shake up Mario Party.
Oh, man, let's shake them booties. No, but...
So we'll see how things go. But, 3 out of 5, quality-wise overall, but match-wise, 2 out of 5.
Yeah. Man, but no, I honestly, I'm glad, and by the way, nice review and everything, but I'm really shocked that I never caught that Shad JTG shit. Holy fuck, dude. They really tried to hammer in the racism there. The end of their fucking feud was whipping each other with a goddamn rope.
I just the realization that you just that, you didn't see that rope match? That was kind of bad. Wait a minute, that was racist.
No, dude, and he choked him on the outside of the ropes. You know how Sheamus throws somebody out in the outside and hammers her to the chest? They put fucking JTG on the other side and then did a lasso thing like a fucking, like a lynching. They did that in the match.
Nick, so that was cool, right?
No, not anymore. Now that I paid a fucking attention.
Oh, no,
God, dude. Fuck WWE.
That's what I keep trying to tell you, man. But before we wrap it up and stuff like that, just want to give a quick thing to Anime Night. Just a quick plug for that. Anime Night, we're doing Studio Ghibli movies. I will probably be putting the poll up soon, probably around the midweek. I don't think I'm going to post it on Facebook because every time I do, y'all motherfuckers piss me off. So yeah,
God,
with that being
said, Trey licking Undertaker's ass for this long.
I'm not. I'm just. I just have my head down and
Just looking at
praying.
it. That's cool.
That JTG shaft thing.
Oh, you like this?
He's like, that ass can rest in peace.
He's the Undertaker.
Yeah, that cake in your face. Nah, but yeah. With that being said, Nick, you know what it's time for.
Oh, it's time to shout for no fucking reason. People, 3,
1, 2, 3.
That way. Oh, fuck the fucking shit. Oh, that is stuff. Oh, no, the lights are on. Oh my God, SRP, you get my ass.
Prime time coming for you.
Nick, you're powering the show rating.
We're coming for you. It's crime time. We coming for you. Coming for you.